Hi, everybody. I was chatting with a friend and fellow soul adventurer this morning, and he was sharing with me his concerns about a neighbour of his who is a big man with big energy and not too polite a countenance. And my friend feels quite intimidated by him and is beginning to get quite anxious at the thought of when this neighbour may stop by again and what he's going to do when he gets there, because he finds his energy really difficult to deal with. It sends him sort of into a nervous state. He steps out of his personal power and effectively becomes a little bit of a wreck. And this is causing him great anxiety. And of course, the more anxiety he gets, the more he's thinking about this neighbour. This neighbour is the last person on the world he wants to be thinking about, but somehow he cannot get this neighbour out of his head, and he can't stop worrying about what if the worst happens. What if this man comes and is aggressive toward him? What if he can't cope? What? And it's becoming a problem. So I explained to him the notion of what you focus on grows. And all my friends have heard me say this eternally. And I'll continue to keep saying it because it's such a fabulous reminder to us all about where we place our focus and attention. We create an energetic connection, what we would call a cord, to that person or object of our attention. The more intense that attention, the stronger that energetic cord or tie becomes. This is great if we are in the throes of love and new romance and we think about this person and we feel happy and joyful and excited and full of anticipation. And the more we feel that, the more we think about that person. And the more we think about that person, the greater and stronger those feelings of joy and happiness are. Great. What if what we're thinking about does not bring us joy, brings us fear, anxiety, resentment, frustration, jealousy, all of these lower vibrational energies? We don't actually want any more of those than exist at the present time. And in fact, we want to be able to move through those as quickly as we can. And yet we find ourselves virtually obsessing about the object that is causing our distress. So it's important that we understand about the existence of these cords. It's important that we understand that what we focus on grows, and why would we waste energy creating a world that is full of pain? Why don't we spend our energy, attention and focus on a world that gives us joy and creates happiness? So what can we do if we've established one of these energetic cords or ties to something that is the thought of which, the memory of which is causing us emotional pain? What do we do about it? Quite simple. We can cut the cord. We can do this, and we should do it morning and night, the beginning and the end of each day. To make those cords less tangible, to make it harder to actually establish one, put your focus on something that brings you joy. But also we can do something about our personal energy and our energy field. And I like to call it creating a bubble of mastery. This is a well-known concept with all workers of energy. You create an energetic bubble around you. You fill it with a light that is so pure, crystalline and sparkly and so full of heart-centered energy that it acts as a deflector shield. Back to my Star Wars days, a deflector shield from any lower vibrational, lower frequency energy darts that may be coming at you, thrown consciously or unconsciously by people who are in distress. So they literally will bounce off the outer sphere of our energy bubble of mastery. However, we'll still feel, if we're very sensitive to energy, we'll still feel a shock wave as that energetic energy bullet deflects off our shield. We will feel a ripple which will resonate somewhere in our energetic body, either at the emotional realm, which is just off the physical, or actually physically within our body itself. So if we keep this bubble of mastery clean, bright, replenished frequently, strong and resilient, we will feel less of a shock wave when inevitably we come into contact with these darts of negative energy. So I was chatting with my beautiful friend, and inevitably my hands reached for my oracle cards. Oracle cards are just a way of channeling higher wisdom, opening yourself up to guidance from from something that knows an awful lot more about this game than we do. And this time I was working with one of my favorite decks, Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light. She's an absolute luminous visionary, and I highly commend her work to you. So I was shuffling the cards, and out popped this card called Protection. And it says, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. And if I may, with grateful thanks to Rebecca Campbell, read you her piece on this card for protection. You are being called to protect your energy and call back your power. May all the lost pieces return home now. Take a look at who and what drains your energy. Do not keep your tabs open. Shut down energetically each night. Energetic cords are formed between people, places, objects, and events. So it's important to keep checking in. Your energy and energetic space are sacred, so please treat them as such. Keeping your energy clear takes work. As we go through life, we can give our power away. So it is important that we call it back by cutting energetic cords or doing a form of healing known as soul retrieval. So what Rebecca is saying, and what I was discussing with my fellow soul adventurer, was it is impossible not to create cords and ties, bonds of love. How many times have we heard that? But it could be ties of hate, of anger, of pain, of suffering. So let's, as a daily ritual, protect and preserve the sacredness of our energetic bubble of mastery and clean it out every day, morning and night. Think of it like a shower. You wash away the negative energy. You wash away the lower frequencies, the lower vibrational dross that has accumulated in your field. You cut your cords every day and every night. You start the day with this crystalline bubble of mastery intact. So I hope that is helpful to you. If this is all very new and you'd like to know more, please contact me. I'd be delighted to discuss it with you at greater length. Hey, I might even write an article one day, who knows? But I leave that with you, and I hope it brings you some help and some really useful, tangible, practical strategy to release yourself from the ties and the cords that bind you to pain and suffering, and to establish stronger ones for that which brings you joy. Blessed be and beyond. May the force be with you. Bye-bye for now.